Hello, travel enthusiasts. Jah here. I know you're wondering where's Eddie, but he's not here today. I have a special guest.
Hello, mi gentes. It's Sissy.
Most of you know Eddie and I have been traveling 12 plus years, but before Eddie came into place, this was my travel buddy, my sister, my ace, my top dog. So yes, she was the one that
Explored the world.
explored the world with me from the beginning.
World, a new adventure point of view. Yes.
Okay. Why Mexico, you're thinking? We picked Mexico for the simple fact that it was close and convenient. Everyone knows Mexico is a big party place. A lot of people go there for spring break, or families go there to relax or vacation. It all depends on what you want to do. They have everything that you can do on the island.
Yes. And it allowed me to explore the world within a 5-hour window. Because I was ready to see the world, but I had limits on how far I would go for that world.
Right.
All right.
This was her actually first trip.
Yeah,
right? You
my
say
first. Yes, it was my first venture.
Right.
And since then, I've been so many places.
Yeah. So the hotel we stayed at was Hotel Rio in Cancun. The Rio is known for all inclusives. It's a really nice hotel. We did go with my work mom. Everyone calls her Angela or Mama. So we went with her and her son, and this was our first trip as brother and sister. So Sissy's gonna tell you a little bit about what we did for our first trip together. She has a good memory, so she'll be able to give me a refresher of what we did.
Well, even before we get into what we did, I think it's very important that you, as a traveler and definitely a travel enthusiast, know first and foremost what type of traveler you are. I discovered very early on that I'm a traveler that likes to sleep. And then after I get a good night's sleep and I roll out of bed, I will gradually go to breakfast. I do not like regimented travel where it's this itinerary, this and this. I like more of a free-wielding effect, whereas others are more regimented. So you got to figure out what type of traveler you are. All right. And that will help you to have an enjoyable vacation. So that's tip number 1 from Sissy. All right. The other things that we did were we explored the property. And sometimes one of the most important things is not to be afraid to venture out from the property, which we did. We actually got on Mexican transportation. We actually got on a bus and went into the local malls in Cancun and toured the place. Saw several pieces of art, saw things that we liked. We even went souvenir shopping, not in the touristy areas. So we got a better bang for our buck. We also were not afraid to venture out to the different clubs, where one of the things, tip number 2, that I would tell you is to inquire with the hotel staff, to ask about local venues, any kind of packages that they may have, because they did have some great packages for some of the largest clubs that were there. So they would pick us up from our hotel. It would be like a party bus. So we got dressed up, and then we went in, and the package deal came with unlimited drinks, which, baby, if you're on vacation, what says vacation than unlimited drinks? So we truly had a spectacular time. We went to the club. I remember hearing the Black Eyed Peas, I got a feeling
that tonight's gonna be a good night.
and I was like, okay, it's a song, But when the confetti fell down, there were drag queens on stage. I was like, oh,
so if you're wondering about the place, one of the clubs we went to was Coco Bongos. So,
yes.
and they're known for their
extravagance. I was like a kid in a candy store. My eyes were, it was so much going on. It was sensory overload.
Right.
And you have to figure out, like, are you okay with that? Some people are like, this is way too much for me.
Right.
While for me, I was just in awe of it. And it allowed me to come out of my shell. I was like, I was feeling the music. I was feeling the alcohol. I was feeling it, people. I was ready. I was pumping my fist. I never pumped my fist.
It gives you that setting of like being at a stadium or a concert.
Yes.
Where you have a lot of people in the stage, in the audience, and it's just
doing it.
Having the time of their life, doing whatever
and not caring about like who's watching you. It was just a free spirited just blast. And it opened my eyes to the fact that you can have fun without knowing a single individual.
Right.
And just letting the music speak for you. Mm-hmm. And it was so many people in there that were speaking so many different languages, but we all understood the music.
Right.
And it truly brought us together. We also experienced some great things. Like, that was the first time I ever swam with dolphins. I was so scared.
That was actually one of my highlights.
For some reason, this one, the dolphins loved him. If you see, and he's gonna post some of the pictures, he is picture perfect with the dolphins. I, on the other hand, was having a mini heart attack. And as they told me to kiss the dolphin, me and the dolphin looked at each other like, I don't want none of this, okay? And it was scary and exhilarating all at the same time. I was just like, when it came to the part where the dolphin is supposed to put you up in the air, I was like, I don't know if he got the capacity to put this up in the air, but he did. I was so it was extravagant. It was beautiful. I just loved it. And I felt like, wow, like this can't get any better. And it did. It still got better. We went to Senor Frogs, which was cool.
The Senor Frogs. And as I mentioned in my earlier video when we went to the Bahamas, Senor Frogs is like a place where entertainment, another place where you have food, live entertainment. So I recall like going to Senor Frogs, one of the highlights was getting into they have a water slide at this particular Senor Frogs. So you're drinking and you could just go in the water, right into the ocean, right into the ocean.
I did not do that. But you can do that.
Yeah, so that was a really cool experience.
Yes, to just experience the worlds around you and not be limited. We also went to their equivalent of like a Sea World, okay? And we saw animals doing tricks. And we just joked with each other as we saw the different people from all walks of life. And we talked about our future. We talked about more travel plans. And each destination that we went on the trip to Cancun, it opened my eyes to the fact that this is not my only destination. This was just the beginning. Right. And I thank my brother each and every day for lighting that fire of travel within me, because it is still burning now more than ever. And I think you as a viewer, you as a potential travel enthusiast will also understand that once you get that first lick, that first taste, it is going to ignite a passion in you that, baby, you'll be 85 talking about, I think I could scale that mountain, all right? I think I can swim in that ocean, and you will have it. Now more than ever, I see friends, their family members are now going and traveling on cruises like every other day, every other month. That's a beautiful thing. And if you have that ability to do it, do it. And if you're sitting at home and you're saying to yourself, I don't have anyone to travel with me, and you don't have the luxury of having a brother that could ignite something, be the igniter within yourself
right.
and see the world, okay? Because there's no limitations for where you can go. And all it takes is a simple booking.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Nike, if you want to endorse us, just do it.
So everyone knows when you're traveling to the Caribbean,
you can't control the weather.
You can't control the weather. We did go into some harsh weather, but despite the weather, we made the best of it.
Hell yeah.
We did, and the Rio being like a resort or
all inclusive. The drinks were flowing.
The drinks were flowing.
The food was plenty.
The food was plenty. We did go to some clubs on the property, which was good.
Yeah. And you also have to understand when you're at all-inclusive property, yes, it comes with entertainment. Sometimes the entertainment, you have to be an active participant to bring about the energy level that you desire. If you're just sitting there and like, this is whack, this is garbage, this is trash, it's gonna be that because your level of involvement has to be high in order for you to propel the performers, because this is not their first rodeo.
Right.
They might have been doing this every weekend for the past 3 months, and therefore their energy level is like, I'm just getting through it, I'm just getting a check. So you have to remember, it's your vacation, it's your time, and time is money. So if you wanna strike a pose, strike that pose.
Yeah.
If you want to like really get into it, if you wanna grab the mic and let the karaoke person know, I got the vocals, all right? I am the visual, all right? You can do that. And that's the cool part, because sometimes you can be the missing link in somebody else's enjoyment, even in your own enjoyment. So don't be afraid to explore and let your hair down a little.
Right.
You know what I mean? I always tell people that travel, you're not going to meet these people again. Many of these people you will never see
again. Yeah.
So let your hair down. I'm not telling you to let your freak flag flow, but if that's what you do, baby, do it. Don't be afraid. Enjoy yourself and make the most of it. So if the weather isn't great, don't just pout about it. Do something about it.
Do you remember when we was on the beach and we struck the runway?
We did a photo shoot.
We did a turban with the towel around our head.
Yes, my brother asked me to tie, and I was hugging a tree. Why? I don't know.
Yeah. And it was actually a beautiful moment.
Yes.
That was a beautiful way for us to connect. It was a rainy day, a cloudy day.
Yes.
But we made the best of it. Sometimes you got to make the best of what you have, and that's what we did.
And that is how it goes, all right?
How it goes.
And that is it. You got to be your own best entertainment.
Yes.
Bring your funny, bring your entertainment, and bring your love, because that's what is going to make the difference.
Right.
And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Go on the trip. Explore the world. See.
Yeah. And it all just starts with one place, and then from there up. Book. Well, thank you for following and watching Travel Enthusiasts. You will be seeing more of my sister, because she has been on several trips with me before Eddie came into place.
Yes.
But,
you'll hear about some Jamaica.
Yes, that was one of our trips together as well.
Riding horses in water. Who would have known? And then, of course...
All right, don't give him so much
I'm sorry.
Too much. That's for the next episode.
Tune in. See you next time.
Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.